Today I will show you about the code lab which I performed was a build a travel agent using a MCP toolbox for database and the agent development kit. So it has basically 11 steps to follow to complete it. So starting with the first one, it has a basic introduction how to set up the code lab, the free tier account. Moving further towards the next step, here we have to install some important dependencies and the APIs which would help us to get an LLM to perform. Here we will create a SQL cloud database with several instances using this. In next step, we have to prepare a hotel database in a PostgreSQL database. Here are the queries for creating the table, and these are the values which we input to our hotel database. And this would be the output. So as we talked about the database, so here is our hotel database instance. Here are all the columns which are present in our hotel database. There are total of 7 columns, 1 indices and 1 key and like ID, name, location, price, tier, checkout, check-in, booked, etc. So here is the setup for MCP toolbox for our database. So we will create install our MCP server using mkdir MCP toolbox command. Then we will go to the MCP toolbox directory, and here are the required version to be tested. Then we are configuring our tools.yml file. Moving forward, we have our running MCP database server, and it would be basically run on the 5000 port. And here is the required details for this server, and to test the UI we will run the our agent using toolbox tool file tools.yml. So as shown in the code lab, here is the actual demo for the tools.yml file, and we need to change our key over here so that it runs to a particular project, and it runs on 5000 port, as we can change it from here on 5000 port. Change and preview, and it will help us to set up our on the 5000. So in next step, we are integrating our MCP toolbox with Gemini CLI using these commands. And here is the configuration for the MCP toolbox, and it would give the MCP list for it. So in next step, we would be writing our agent with agent development kit. So first of all, we will install it. We will set the environment for it. Moving forward, we will install our ADK toolbox using this command. We will also select the Vertex AI and the Gemini 2.5 Flash model as shown here. Moving forward, we will change this code to the our agent.py file, which would run the logic for the agent. Then we will run our agent using ADK web command, and it will give us a interface like this. Let me show you in a demo. So as I discussed you with our agent development running on the portal, so here are the queries that like we have asked about the tell me about the New York. It will give you all the details including like produce, landmark, culture and diversity. And if you will ask something else, then it would not give the result. Like we have asked here how to make a pancakes, so like it's simply says sorry. So it helps us in a way which we want to train our agent. In next step, we are connecting our agent to tools as shown in the toolbox files, and here are the required logic for it. And using tools.yml, we run the files, which will help us to get a particular output. And finally, we will, after completing all these steps, we will clean up our file. Thank you.